Hello friends, today I will explain chapter number 4 planning. Planning is deciding in advance the objective to be achieved during a given period, formulating alternative courses of action to achieve them and selecting the best course of action. According to Amy Hurley, planning is deciding in advance what is to be done. It involves the selecting of objectives, policies, procedure and program among alternatives. Feature of planning. Planning focuses on achieving objective. It contributes to achieve predetermined organizational goal by deciding in advance various method, procedure and steps to be taken. Planning is primary function of management. It is the base of other function of management. Other function of management like organizing, staffing, directing, controlling are performed within the framework of plan drawn. Now, next one is planning is pervasive. Planning pervasive means it required at all level of management as well as in all department of the organization. Planning is continuous. Plan are prepared for a specific period of time, maybe for a month, a quarter or a year. At the end of that period, there is need for a new plan to be drawn on the basis of new requirement and future condition. Hence, planning is a continuous process. Planning is futuristic. It means planning, forecasting about the future is made through forecasting future event and condition are anticipated and plan are done accordingly. Planning involves decision making. In planning, evaluating of different alternative is done and one alternative is selected. Thus, there is definitely one decision making. Planning is a mental exercise. It requires application of mind involving forecasting and intelligence. It is intellectual process of thinking. Importance of planning. Planning provides direction. In planning, goals are determined. If goals are well defined, employees are aware of what the organization has to do and what they must do to achieve the goals. Planning reduces the risk of uncertainty. Future is uncertain, which means no one can predict the future accurately. What planning helps in reducing the risk of doing changes according to the needs. Planning reduces overlapping and wasteful activity. Through planning, everyone comes to know about the things which they need to do and in what way or method, as everyone knows what to do and how to do. There is no overlapping of work. Planning promotes innovation idea. In planning, new idea taken place, put into concrete ideas. Thus, it is challenging activity which help in the managers to grow and lead the growth of business. Planning facilitates decision making. In planning, managers have to evaluate each alternative in the form of its merit and demerit. Thus, it helps in taking rational decision. Planning establishes standard for controlling. Planning provides standard against which actual performance is measured by comparison actual performance with the standard. Manager can know whether they have actually been able to attain as per the set standard or not. Limitation of planning. First one is internal limitation. Under internal limitation, planning leads to rigidity. In an organization, a well-defined plan is drawn up with a specific goal to be achieved within a specific time frame. Following a pre-decided plan when circumstances have changed may not turn out to be in organization interest. Next one is planning may not work in a dynamic environment. The business environment is dynamic and nothing is constant. The environment consists of a number of dimensions like economic, political, physical, legal and social dimension. Change in these dimensions may affect the business. Planning reduces creativity. Only top level management are allowed to make the plan. With the planning, the middle and lower managers of the organization start working rigidity and they become the blind followers of the plan only. Planning involves huge cost. Planning process involves loss of cost. lot of cost because it is an intellectual process and company need to hire the professional expert to carry on this process. Planning is a time consuming. Sometimes lot of time is needed in developing planning premises. Thus, where immediate decision has to be taken, the planning is of no use. Planning does not guarantee success. Planning only provides a base for analysis future. It is not a solution for future course of action. Now, external limitation. What are the external limitations? Unforeseen event, natural calamity like flood, earthquake, etc. are beyond the control of managers. They cause failure of plan. Political outlook toward industry and their intervention also affect the company plan. Environment changes in social, economic and legal and technological environment may affect forecasting and planning. Competitor strategy. Sometimes a change in the strategy of competitor may lead to failure of planning. Process of planning means planning is to decide in advance what to do and how to do. It is an activity which follow certain logical steps which are as follows: setting objectives. Plans are prepared to achieve certain objectives or goals. Developing premises. Planning is concerned with future which is uncertain. Therefore, the manager is required to make certain assumptions about future and these assumptions are known as premises. Identify alternative course of action. It means in this step the manager identify all possible alternatives and collect and analyze all relevant information related to these alternatives. Evaluating alternative courses. This step is to weigh the pros and cons of each alternative. Next point is selective and alternative. It means the best plan has to be selected by the manager. Implementing the plan. It means this step is concerned with putting the plan into action. Now last point is follow-up. Planning is a continuous process so that the manager keep on following up the plan is to see that activity are being performed as per the schedule or not. Now I would suggest process of planning. This is the most important topic of this chapter. Process of planning. Setting objective, doubling premises, identify alternative course of action, evaluating alternative courses, selecting alternative, implementing the plan, follow up. I would suggest it is the basic and most important concept of this chapter. So I hope you all understand this chapter. Thank you.